And welcome back to beautiful DeSoto, Kansas. We are at DeSoto High School for game number 2, day number 3 of the Hardwood Classic at DeSoto High School. Glad you're with us here on A10varsity.com. We have the Hawks of J.C. Harmon and the Gators of KIPP Legacy coming up here. Be right back with you folks on A10varsity.com. All right, have a late lineup change for the Gators of KIPP Legacy. And as the visiting team, we're going to go through the Harmon Hawks lineup first. Your 5 starters. Dominic Husky wears the number 0. He's a 5'9" sophomore. Michael King Jr. wears number 1. He's a 6'3" senior. Antrell Wren, 6'6". He's a sophomore, wearing number 4. Ali Sharambo had a big game 2 nights ago here in DeSoto. Wears number 10. He's 5'9" and only a junior. And Matai Kotu, 6'2". He's a senior, wearing the number 23 for the Gators out of KIPP Legacy. Number 2, Kenneth Smith, a 5'8" sophomore. Devontae Love wears number 3. He's a 5'11" sophomore. D'Angelo Bayless wears number 4. He is a 6-foot sophomore. And another 6-foot sophomore is Anthrone Hatch, wearing number 11. And a late addition to this lineup, Brim Shoka. And I believe I'm pronouncing that first name right, but my apologies. And his teammates said we could just call him Shoka. So Shoka wearing the number 25. He's 6'3" and a sophomore. You notice something a little bit unique about this Gator lineup out of KIPP Legacy. Well, that's because all of their players are either sophomores or juniors. There are no juniors and seniors on this roster. This upstart program, Crossroads Charter out of the 18th and Vine area in Kansas City, Missouri, making the trip across the state line to take part in this DeSoto Wildcat Basketball Classic, the Hardwood Classic. You're able to watch it live right here on A10varsity.com. My name's Sean Brewer. We got Darren Kelo running the camera for us. We've got Dave Trimble down in the truck, making sure everything's running right. And somewhere, somehow, Jim McClintock's around here, and he'll be kind of be a little gopher, and he's really good at that. As long as you speak very slowly and look him in the eye, everything's just fine. So we are moments away from tip-off. Game number 2, your first game that we are following here between Blue Valley Southwest and Lafayette. Southwest barely escapes, 4-point win over Lafayette, but we are underway in DeSoto. Game number 2 of the Hardwood Classic. Early on, Hawks with the advantage in the tip-off. Dominic Husky loves to run the point up top. You can definitely see him. He wears the 0 and early candidate for the all-hair team. Great offensive rebound. Somehow the 5'9" Sharambo comes up with it, loses it back to the Gators, and here they come. Long 3 left side, and it's good. That is Anthrone Hatch. Anthrone Hatch picking up where he left off a couple of days ago here in DeSoto, and he certainly found his stroke as the game went on. Shot up, no good by Rivera. And coast to coast, so far this has been the Anthrone Hatch show. All 5 points in this contest coming at the hands, the hot hand of Anthrone Hatch. Monte Seals, left corner, beg your pardon, that's Michael King Jr. And a big offensive rebound. Sharambo, what a great look underneath. The points on that one are gonna go to Matai Kotu. But a huge assist by Sharambo. That doesn't get recorded in the points column, but that was set up exclusively by his vision and great pass on the baseline. Gators working up top around the wheel. Little stutter step by Love. Finds, let's see, that is Shoka underneath. He can't convert. Little slicing and dicing in the lane. D'Angelo Bayless with his first bucket of the game makes it 7-2 in favor of the Gators. KIPP Legacy and their bench. You can see on the far side they are fired up. They are happy to be here. And we are certainly, and there's going to be a little bit of a push-off, I believe. Indeed it is. That is an offensive push. 7-2. Back with you, the Gators. Kenneth Smith working against, I believe that is Sharambo. Going to be an inbounds play coming in, Gators. Kenneth Smith. I think there's a little bit of a chippy exchange out there so far. All in fun, of course. And here come the Gators. Devontae Love bringing it up. And he finds a seam going coast to coast, puts it up, gets the foul. 5-point differential between the Gators and the Hawks. At the line, shooting two. First one by Devontae Love is good. That is Mr. Love's first point of this matchup. Second one, no good. Going the other way now for the Hawks. Stevion Banks into the contest for the Hawks. Another turnover forced by the Gators, and they are running. They are gunning. And that was Anthrone Hatch going up strong. He knew he had an advantage, does the right thing, goes up, draws the foul, and he'll be at the charity stripe shooting two. 5:26 left to play in the first. First shot by Hatch is good. Make that 9-2. Hatch responsible for 66% of the scoring so far for the Gators. Yeah, make that 70. Anthrone Hatch and the Gators up by 8. Reminiscent of kind of what we saw them a couple of nights ago here as they took on the Wildcats here at Wildcats Coliseum. Good defense being applied by the Gators. Hawks with an opportunity here to tighten this one up, down by 8. Aggressive, kind of a 1-2-2 matchup zone being played by the Gators. And that's a little bit frustrating to the Hawks, and that forces another turnover. And if my math is correct, that is the 4th turnover forced by the Gators so far in this contest, and we're just under 5 to play in the first quarter. Nice Laker cut through the lane. Kenneth Smith drives a, whoa, boy, that was close to being outside, but somehow he saves it. Offensive rebound, they get tied up. They're going to call a foul underneath. Let's see who they got. Did I get that on 23? That's going to be Matty Kotu's second foul. 4:39, and presumably we're going to see Mr. Kotu having a little sit down on the sidelines. And that looks a lot worse than it was in the rear. There we go right there. Devontae Love showing respect and appreciation and great sportsmanship, helping out one of the Harmon players that found their way to the hardwood. 10-2, 4.5 to play in the first. Sharambo waits to inbound. We're going to have one substitution coming in for the Gators. Comes on Keon Williams in for Kenneth Smith. Keon Williams, 6'1" sophomore. Beware of a 5 count, this Harmon. Able to get it in okay. Out on the right side, Sharambo trying to get a kind of a quick pass to his left off the waiting hands of Kotu. 4:19 left in the first. Still 10-8, a little bit of the dry spell with past minute and a half until that shot by Anthrone Hatch. Who else would it be? This has been the Anthrone Hatch show, and speak of the devil. Speak of the all-star player right there. He picks the pocket, comes up with it. The Gators have another chance, up by 10. They're going to say a little reach in, impeding the ball carrier. .357 left to play in the first. 12-2 is your score. KIPP Legacy over the Hawks of J.C. Harmon, and you are watching it live on A10varsity.com. Back with you here in DeSoto, 12-2. KIPP Legacy, the team with only sophomores and freshmen, with a 10-point advantage over the Hawks of J.C. Harmon. Over halfway through the first period of play, and Harmon, despite their best efforts, cannot get the lid off the basket. They're going to say that was an offensive foul, maybe a little bit of a push-off there. So we welcome in David Trimble to the broadcast.
Hello, thank you for having me.
And also we welcome in Darren Kilo.
Hello.
Darren's doing a great job on the camera for us. David, of course, a familiar voice to those of you that tune in to A10 Varsity. And there was another little arm bar there.
I was going to say, it looks like he might have gotten away with a little bit of a push-off there.
And that was one of those position non-calls because, well, the official that was right there was behind the plate. You couldn't see it. Not that he did anything wrong. And a long three, Michael King Jr. Monday night against DeSoto. These Gators came out on fire just as they have tonight. They eventually succumbed by the more experienced Wildcat team. But they are fired up. Coaching staff on the far side, Jacob Merritt. Darren, I beg your pardon. KIPP Legacy. Michael Valdivia, Nate Parks, Jim Huber, Anthony Certain, Zachary Binbo. And that's going to be another turnover by the Hawks. Up and in, not going to get much easier than that. D'Angelo Bayless with his second bucket makes it 14-2.
And look at that smothering defense, meeting them right at half court.
So far in this one, the visitors, who are the Hawks out of Harmon, have 16 fouls, 3 team fouls against the Gators. Kotu for the Hawks. Their big 6'2" senior has a couple of those fouls himself. The Gators doing a good job of rotating players, keeping everyone fresh. Harmon, Canada, back into the contest. Love to watch that young man play because he does not give it up an inch when he gets down there on the block. Cross-court pass, Michael King Jr. King tries to work, tries to deal against Kotu. And that is going to send Michael King Jr. to the line. Opportunity for Mr. King to get into the scoring column, and more importantly for his team, to break the drought that has existed for nearly 5 minutes. First one doesn't fall. Second one is up, and that one, nothing but. Able to get it, Michael King Jr. gives the Hawks 3. But unfortunately for them, the Gators have 14 right now. 2:34, 2:33 left in the first. Here comes the other way, and that is Keon Williams.
That was a nice drive right there, and he was able to get in there with that little floater with the touch.
Smooth like butter. Dominic Husky back into the game, he has great vision, but they're going to call a travel. That's the second time that they have Mr. Husky on the travel. I think he's just a little bit too excited yet. Both of these squads playing only their second game of the season. We're going to have another foul. Collectively, these teams are responsible for now 11 fouls. Only the first foul for Keon Williams. 16-3, 2:04 left in the first. Hawks coming in. They're members of the Casey Atchison League. Had a real nice year last year. They fell to, beg your pardon, 143, 16-3. 3 from the far corner. And great hustle by Devontae Love. Unfortunately for him, it goes into the waiting hands of a Hawk. And back to the charity stripe once again is Michael King Jr.
And King Jr. was the beneficiary of that hustle. He was just right there. And, oh, well, thank you very much. Throwing that back. They always say don't save it into your defensive court. I don't know who they are, but they say that.
I'd like to have a word. Unfortunately, the hustle isn't always rewarded in those situations, but the hustle itself is certainly recognized by teammates, coaches as well. 16-5. Michael King Jr. Couple of free throws make it an 11-point lead for KIPP Legacy.
And I think Bayless maybe he was thinking about his next move as he was passing that one, so it was a little bit off for Davion McMillan to be able to get it, and it just goes off his fingertips and out of bounds.
Sharambo, little corkscrew move, top of the key, bust out to the left wing, no good. Here we go down the other way. There's Bayless, puts it up, and Bayless, he's going to go to the charity stripe. But that was Trayvon Lawson who certainly made him earn that trip.
Yeah, and that young man better be careful. That official was giving him a long look after he smacked the wall over there.
Yeah, I think that might be the only time we see that. Or if we do again, we may not be seeing Mr. Lawson. Just a hunch. First shot by Bayless, no good. He has another opportunity here. Just over a minute to play in the first. That one's no good, but an offensive rebound. My goodness, skying above everybody. Another offensive rebound. And 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Couple of missed shots, and somehow
Shoka is doing some work on the offensive glass over there.
My goodness. Brings Shoka, late addition to the starting lineup, showing us why that Coach Darrett felt that he was deserving. And what a beautiful, beautiful inbounds play Bayless puts it up and in, and Bayless has a quiet 6 points so far. Trying to do his best impression of Anthro and Hatch.
And it looks like King Jr. might have taken a hit in a delicate region, so he's going to sit down for a couple minutes and catch his breath.
As well he should. Another good turnaround. Lawson waits for Sharambo up top. Sharambo always looking for a chance to drive. Kicks out to the right side, no good. Here come the Gators, coming the other way. Nice outlet pass, a little bit too fast, and in front of Kenneth Smith. He tried to get up there, but his 5'8" frame just didn't give him enough of a chance to get there. 26 seconds remain in the first.
And he was hustling down there just past his fingertips. He couldn't get it.
Just over 20 seconds to play in the first. 18 to 5. It's your score. Another forced turnover. And with 11 seconds, plenty of time to get off a shot. They do. Another offensive rebound. Goes up, falls off the front iron, back on the ground. Somewhat of a scrum. I think they're going to call it jump ball, and right now the possession arrow points to the right of your screen, which favors the Gators.
And once again, Shoka in there just attacking, trying to get that ball.
Gators to inbound. Now that they've done that twice now, they find that's in this case it was Shoka streaking in. Yeah, they might get Shoka on that one, and that was one of those fouls that he's going to wish he had back. Or are they going to call it? Yeah, they will.
That was Willingham.
Well, they will get it on.
Armir Willingham picks up his second foul as time expired, so they're going to have him shooting some free throws.
With a chance to make this an 11-point game, currently at 13. First one is up, and it is good. And Trell Wren makes his first one as we hear the cheer squad from Harmon. And he makes them both to close out the quarter and to close out the scoring. And it stands 18 to 7 after 1 quarter of play. The Gators of KIPP Legacy over the Hawks of J.C. Harmon, and you're watching it live on 18varsity.com. Start of the second quarter here at DeSoto. KIPP Legacy up by 11 over the Hawks, 18 to 7. Just underway. Game number 2, the Hardwood Classic. 2 of 4, basically following this game. We will have a contest. Well, more on that in a second, though. We know Oak Park's going to be a part of that, as well as Olathe Northwest. Hawks
Great look right there.
And there's Shoka. My goodness, there is a lot, and that's, of course, there would be some fan bases that might be sitting here just clamoring for a foul. It's the right call. I mean, they're just players playing hard. A little bit of a walk once he did get possession of it, unfortunately for him.
He was just excited. He wanted to get down and get some points.
Let's go. Giddy up. Well, there's no trotting or moseying to this Gator team.
And with 7:23 in the second half, both teams now in the bonus for the remainder of this half. As Wren knocks down the first.
And Darren, how many free throws have you ever made in a row?
I think out of 10, I think I've made around 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Well done.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
And Mr. Wren was just 2 for 2.
That was Antrell Wren, now with 4 points.
And doing it on the defensive end.
Yeah,
They
Wren
had a backdoor cut on that one, and Wren was able to get up and get a hand on that one.
So we see those the Shamrocks down there? I can't really see. Or is that Olathe Northwest? Well, I hope it's not Olathe Northwest because they're all carrying their own pizza. And they have to play here in about, 45 minutes? So if they plan on finishing off a pizza and then playing, well, there's a lot of grandmas up there that say that you're going to get sick and get real bad cramps. Sort of like you can't go swimming. What is it, like 7 hours after you eat is the minimum?
I think it's just 30 minutes.
I think that is Lafayette. As you see, their good coach. 7:09, 18 to 9. 9 points separate the Gators and the Hawks. We'll be right back on A10varsity.com. Twenty to 9, 11 points. That's going to be a 5 count. Going back the other way for the Gators. Good play there by Devontae Love. Just enough pressure on that 5-second count.
And it was good offense. They were moving around. The Hawks were making cuts, making screens off the ball. It was just good ball. Good defense on that one. I'm sorry.
Harmon, Canada. He went up strong. He thought about putting it on the floor. Went back up and was rewarded with a bucket. 22-9. It was a little bit of an overreach by Anthrone Hatch, and he knew it.
Yeah, they're going to get you when you reach across the body like that. They're going to get you for that one every time.
Back in is Stavion Banks, one of the more athletic players that we're going to see throughout championship week here at the Hardwood Classic at the DeSoto Coliseum. Make it 22 to 11. Gators have the Hawks doubled up. 11-point advantage. But so far in this quarter, when the Gators have started to try to put some distance between themselves and the Hawks. The Hawks are staying right there with them.
And Love just exploded to the basket, not able to get that one to go. And Canada wasn't able to, he was on the boards, he just wasn't able to bring that one in. It went off his fingertips.
3 from up top. That was Wren. Wren has the ability and the range to make those all day long. How about Michael King Jr.? It's the first trifecta for King Jr. in this contest. Makes it an 8-point advantage for the Gators.
A lot of time left, coming up on 5:15 in the first half. And both of these teams can be streaky, so they can make up that difference. They can put together a scoring streak.
Okay, that's a little bit more appropriate. And they're going to say that Devontae Love took one too many. Hawks with an opportunity to close it. If my math is correct. 8-point differential. Last time that was at 6 minutes. I'm sorry, 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Banks working against D'Angelo Bayless. Banks finds himself in no man's land, middle of the lane, gets it back up top. Hawks being a lot more patient now, trying to set up their offense. And we see Michael King Jr. That one went just kind of around the world there, up and over the backboard. Hit the support structure, and it's going to go the other way, and here come the Gators. 4.5 left before halftime. Gators up 22-14. Second game of the Hardwood Classic. They're going to say before the shot. Who are they going to get on that one? My goodness, that is now 19 collective fouls between these two squads. And
they got Grigsby on that one. That's his third, so he's going to take a seat for a while, maybe even the remainder of this half.
And Josiah Grigsby, he's got a big 6'4" frame for the sophomore. We'll see how the Hawks can take advantage of that size differential inside. And again,
they're getting Wren. He kind of stuck that hip out there a little bit, trying to set the screen.
Officials doing a great job of keeping this game under control. And in control on that one,
Shoka
goes back up strong. How many offensive rebounds are we going to see here by the Gators? Well, that's going to be the answer. Going to be 3 till the travel is called. Hawks still down by 8, less than 4 before halftime. Here comes Banks and the Hawks. Banks likes to go to his right a lot more than his left. I don't know well, there was sort of a floater. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Maybe there was a cutter that he was looking to dump off to, but poor fella kind of found himself. That was Antro Wren, kind of floating in midair there for a while. Nowhere to go but down. Wren at the line is going to be shooting 2. First one.
And Sean, has that young man missed from the line so far? I know he's hit 5.
And this weekend, Wren he's only missed 1 all week so far here in DeSoto. Early candidate for the all free throw shooting team. A-10 varsity at the Hardwood Classic. And how about this Harmon Hawk team battling back from down by 14. Now only down by 6. A little around the world scooping up off the glass, doesn't go. Hawks now pushing it up. Lear turning up, and there's a cheap foul that didn't need to be made, and Anthrone Hatch knows it. He was just a little bit too excited. He thought he had an opportunity to grab that Grabbed the rock and away he went, but not before picking up a foul. You hear Coach Boo Richardson over the far sideline talking to his Hawk players. Here's Wren once again. Antrell Wren makes it again. Antrell Wren almost up there, and Darren, you look like percentages from the free throw line. Yeah. And again, that officially puts him at over 95% for the 2 days that he's participated so far here. The Hardwood Classic. Just over 3 to play, 4-point differential between these two squads. Gators going through a 2.5-minute dry spell. We're going to be able to get that to change. It's going to be off the foot of Shoka, and he's a little frustrated. I don't think he expected that. And that's a good timeout over on the far side by Jacob Darrad. So with 2:57 left before halftime, 22-18, Gators over the Hawks. You're watching it live on a10varsity.com. Go 2:57 until halftime. 22-18, Gators over the Hawks.
And the Hawks looking to chip away a little bit more at that lead. They've got it down to 4.
Gators picking them up, three-quarter court press. We've had a little success with that earlier in the game. There's a long three by King. Michael King Jr. with another tray. He's got back-to-back trays. Now the leading scorer for the Hawks. He's got 9 so far of the 21 for the Hawks. And just like that, back to a 1-point lead for the Gators. Hawks with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this contest. Just over 2 before halftime. Stavian Banks brings it up over to the right side. Antrell Wren had an opportunity for a little Laker cut there, but it doesn't go. Banks calling out the instruction. Coach Darren on the far side was about to enter the game himself. Nice floater. Ooh, that might be, yeah. Yeah. Oh. We got some fired up players. We have some fired up coaches. I think they're going to get that technical on Stavian Banks. Well,
I believe that it was on Banks. And he knew it. He right as soon as he was just pumped up, he made that basket, slammed the ball down on the ground, and as soon as he did it, he turned around and just started pointing towards his head. He was like, I know.
I think they might have given him a pass on that one. But the Hawks now with a 1-point lead over the Gators. About a 1.5 to go before halftime. Devontae Love gets it back up top. Kenneth Smith back to Love, playing a little bit of catch around the world up top. Keon Williams back into the contest, as is Smith and D'Angelo Bayless. And the defense now, as we see for Stavian Banks, my goodness. Stavian Banks.
Lost his glasses, was still able to recover and get a hand in the face and alter that shot.
And the officials doing a great job of, well, calling a very timely foul for Mr. Banks. I think they're going to sub him out. It looks like maybe his kind of that elastic might have popped on him. They're going to give him a little extra time. Keon Williams around the back. Away it goes. Up and off the iron. No good. Here come the Hawks, up by 1, and 1 to play. But not so fast, says Keon Williams. And Williams up underneath. And how about that? A one-arm putback. That was D'Angelo Bayless making it look so easy. Talk about a razzle-dazzle play. Pure athleticism to account for those 2 points. And the Gators back to a 1-point lead, 24-23. Last 40 seconds of this contest in the first half.
And that pass right there, I think, was just a little too ambitious. He was trying to get King Jr. with the cut, and it was a kind of a dangerous pass, and it was intercepted.
And here come the Hawks up and cannot get it to go. Now the Gators have 18-17 to go and a chance to extend their lead, 24-23, 1 point. Margin for the Gators. And they are going to play for the last shot, but they don't have much time. Now there is a long three. Didn't really have a chance. And that's going to do it for this first half of play. But how about the Hawks coming from 12 down to at 1 point, take the lead in the second quarter. But the Gators start clawing back, chomping back one at a time to go into the locker room with a 1 point advantage, 24-23. And you were watching it live on 810varsity.com. We'll be back right after this.
That carryout comes in clutch. Jack stack 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 carryout comes in clutch. comes in clutch. Jack stack carryout comes in clutch. Jack stack carryout comes in clutch.
All right, back at it with you here live on 810varsity.com. Game 2 of 4 of the Hardwood Classic in the boys bracket. Third day of the Hardwood Classic, and we are underway here in the second half. Third quarter, 7:50 left to play. 24-23 in favor of the Gators. But the Hawks of Harmon battled their way back. 1 point down by 12 points in the first quarter to briefly take a lead in the second quarter. Let's see how both of these squads respond as we start the second half.
And I think for Harmon coming out in this third quarter, they were making the right moves. They just were a little bit off. They don't need to make any huge adjustments. They just need to make some small adjustments, be a little bit more careful with the ball.
Did you just say that I'm a little bit off?
I said that you are a lot off.
All right, fair enough.
The Harmon Hawks were just a little bit off, and they don't really have to make that many big adjustments. I don't really want to say to get themselves back in this game, because they are most definitely back in this game.
There we go. The score tipper is 25. Now we're to 26.
Jack stack carryout comes in
We
clutch.
see there's Shoka. And Shoka's just had a heck of a time trying to get that ball through the cylinder. That was Kenneth Smith with a good look at the basket. Well, and broken the ice at the 6:46 mark of the first. Oh, no. That's no foul. Oh, there is one foul.
Jack stack carryout comes in clutch.
Let's see what happens here.
Anticipation.
And Kotu for the second time rejected by the Iron Monster on the backboard. Going back the other way. There's Wren. And a little bit of a slam, but
No. He
yes.
thought the ball was getting away from him, and so he just wanted to make sure that he had it securely.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
Jack
That's
stack
exactly
carryout
right.
comes in clutch.
Sure, that's what he was saying in film study. Coach, I was just making sure the ball didn't go away.
Making sure that we did not have a Tom Brady inflate gate or deflate gate situation, making sure the ball was properly inflated.
Well, that's fair to say. 26-23, 6:17 left here in the third quarter.
Do you know what the proper PSI is
Jack
for
stack carryout comes in clutch.
high school basketball?
9.5 pounds. Thank you
9.5
very
pounds.
much. Back up top. Around the wheel. Devontae Love. He just loves to dribble drive and make something happen in the lane. He can make his own shot as well as anybody that we've seen throughout championship week here in DeSoto. Speaking of, there's Love. Floats through the air.
And he's just so quick.
That one's It's going to sting just a little
Jack's
bit
carry out
after he
comes in
didn't make that one. That one's a little bit off. I think the technical term for that last shot by the Hawks was it kind of came off his hand a little cattywampus. Not wildcat wampus, just cattywampus. Darren, we understand that you're a cat fan. Is that true?
Indeed, yeah.
What's your favorite kind of cat?
I'd say a Scottish bull.
A Scottish bull? That sounds like a cow or a bull, you know. You know what my favorite cat is?
Jack's that carry
Kit.
out comes in clutch.
Kit Kat.
Darn right, Darren. The Kit Kat.
Look at
That's a guy, I totally love cats.
As
Long
Smith
as-
knocking down that free throw. Extending the lead to 6 a little bit. 5:35 to go. Quarter number 3.
Welcome those of you that have been watching the evening news.
Jack's that carry out comes in clutch.
Less than 5.5 to go here in the third. Bayless back into the game for the Gators. Walking it up. A lot. I'd like to say that the Gators are kind of slowing this down a little bit. There's certainly more of a focus on sharper passes,
Jack's that carry out comes
not
in clutch.
forcing anything. There's a three, hits off. That was sort of a bank up from the corner. You don't see that too often. And another block in successive trips up the floor. The Hawks have turned up the defense, back-to-back blocks, and almost a steal. Kenneth Smith says, you know, maybe we need to kind of reset this a little bit. And reset they do. Anthrone Hatch, you know, just as we were complimenting,
And
my
Wren
goodness.
with the rejection.
Antrell Wren. Little dish underneath, and finally the Hawks able to get one to go in. Michael King Jr. I beg your pardon, they're going to give that one to Antrell Wren. The ones and fours look awful light to me.
Wren was with the assist on that one, and he held that ball the perfectly timed amount of time.
Oh, how about that? That's a next level kind of shot right there. Anthrone Hatch. He had a huge first half, leading all scores with 12. Artie with 4. Banks to Wren for 3. Antrell Wren. Wren is heating up.
Jack's that carry
Wren
out
is
comes in
red
clutch.
hot here in the third. 31-28. Howitzers being fired by both sides. Hatch wants to make something happen himself. Kicks it out to Smith. No good. Guess who on the rebound? Yeah, they're going to say he took a little bit of a stutter step before he put the ball on the ground. That was the right call. And that's about the only thing that's been able to slow down Antrell Wren in the third quarter.
And I think that might have been he was looking to pass that one off to Banks, and Banks turned away to walk away, and he didn't kind of know what to do with himself.
31-28, 3.5 to play in the third. More methodical in their approach, but there's a 3 ball for Hatch. Didn't have a shot, got a little bit of a tip.
Yeah, King Jr. was able to sky up there and get a hand on that, disrupt that
Jack's
shot.
that
Can we talk about Josiah Grigsby? 6'4". I don't know, I'd say he's probably, 215, 220. That young man, he's only a sophomore, but he is built like a linebacker or a defensive end. There's been a couple of times where we've seen Hawks run into him, and he really didn't move too much. The Hawks ended up on the ground.
He is making his presence known down there on the block.
Hatch tried to thread the needle, wasn't going to go.
Jack's that carry out comes in clutch.
That's going to be Gators to inbound. On the baseline. Next game up here on the Hardwood Classic on A10varsity.com. Olathe Northwest will be taking on Oak Park in the winner's bracket, and the third game tonight we will have
carryout
playing
comes in
against
clutch.
Shawnee Mission North, the Bison, and the Wildcats. Darren, who would win between a Shark, a Bison, and a Wildcat?
Well, I don't really know.
Okay, well, we'll get back to you on that here in a second as we watch Keon Williams, who's entered the game now. He's running from side to side, waiting for the ball to come back up top because he likes to pop that three. Shooting just over 40% from three so far this season.
Circling back to your question, Darren, I'm going to give you some advice. And when somebody's asking you about, who would win in a certain situation, well, in that situation, a shark's not going to do very well on the land. So my first question would be, where is the fight? Because if the fight
on the beach
is in the middle of the ocean, I'm going with the shark every time.
Beach,
because I think he
shallow
can,
water.
Shallow water?
Maybe a Wildcat then.
Ooh. Cats don't like water.
Domestic cats don't like water. Wildcats, they thrive in it.
32-28. Back to the game here. Taka about what's going on here. 4 points. The Gators over the Hawks. You can watch it live on KIPPvarsity.com.
Jack stack carryout comes in clutch. Jack stack carryout comes in clutch. Jack stack carryout comes in clutch.
.236 left in the third. 32-28. Gators. Foul before the shot. Boo Richardson does not like that one.
Jack stack carryout comes in clutch.
The Grace, he had a great career. I think he ended up in Southern Illinois and then played a little pro ball. So Coach Richardson knows what he's talking about. And we know good basketball when we see it, just like Devontae Love, as he puts on a show for us.
Jack stack carryout comes in clutch.
Kenneth Smith, we're going to call 3-second violation. 3 seconds on Mr. Canada.
Jack stack carryout
First
comes
time
in clutch.
I notice a 3-second call.
Yeah, they're going to have to call that one. We can kind of feel that one up here. Harmon Canada takes the charge. Coach Darren on the far side. Giving some words of encouragement to big number 44, Mr. Canada.
Jack stack carryout comes in clutch.
Going with back to the zone offense that we haven't seen. That's interesting. Out on the right side now, back up top. Waiting for a cutter to come across, and there is Canada. But didn't need to take it. Put it in there and losing the handle. Great hustle play. Here come the Hawks. Michael King Jr. Gets it flicked away.
Jacks that carry.
Good outlet pass. Up and in. And thrown Hatch.
And Canada on that one. For a sophomore to have that good court vision and be able to, his first thought was look down, see if he's got a man down there.
Coach Richardson going to pull out his charge card. Charge a timeout. 58 seconds left in the third. 34-30 is your score.
Jacks that carry.
Gators over the Hawks here on a10varsity.com.
Jacks that carry out comes in clutch.
Less than runs to play here in the third. Take it away, David Trumbull.
And it's going to be Harmon ball
Jacks that
at
carry out
midcourt.
comes in clutch.
Able to get it in easily. Wren, he was looking for his cutter. Not able to get it. Banks.
What? Like a box cutter?
A teammate, Wren, not able to get that one to go. Trying to fight for the rebound. Gators come away with it. They're looking to push. And that was a little bit of a nice Euro step playing through contact. Gets that one to go. Now we're coming up on 30 seconds left. 36-30 is your score.
Comes in clutch.
Banks is going to slow it down a little bit. Gets that one to King Jr. Banks over there. Looks like he thought about it. And he might have put the shoulder down a little bit as he goes to make that drive. And that is his fifth foul. So he is unfortunately going to be observing the game from the bench.
Now, I tell you what, watch a lot of basketball. Have the good fortune to call a lot of basketball games. I cannot recall the last time that I saw a young man in high school foul out in the third quarter.
And he's just playing with a lot of intensity, a lot of excitement, a lot of intensity. And some of those calls, I don't know, maybe at a different level they would have been a no call, but, high school here, as we're coming up on 5 seconds, he's going to have to get this up in a hurry. Kicks it out, it's blocked, it's going, it's good if it goes. Not able to get it to go. 3 quarters down, 1 more to go in this second of 4 games here at the DeSoto Hardwood Classic. And we will be right back with you here on a10varsity.com.
That carry out comes in clutch.
Hawks are going to have the ball to start this fourth quarter. 36-30 your score. 8 minutes left to go to decide this one. This one has been tight the whole way.
Except the first quarter.
That was so long ago, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Your old age. That's what I'm talking about.
And Canada in there playing some tenacious
Jack's
defense.
that carryout comes in clutch.
And he might have caused that disruption, leading to the interception. They're looking to push it the other way. He is up and in. Is Hatch. He's able to get that one to go. Hawks coming back. Looking to get a bucket and then get a stop of their own. A little bit lazy with that pass. And that one is intercepted by Love. Coming back the other way.
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
And Coach Richardson, I believe he called that timeout and wanted to regroup a little bit as this lead grows to 10 with 7:15 to go in this final period. We'll be right back with you, A10varsity.com.
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
7:15 to go on this one. Back to Dave.
Coach Richardson just wanted to collect his team. Well, they were a little scattered across the court, and mentally, maybe they were scattered a little bit further than that.
Okay.
So he wanted to bring them in, give them some marching orders. Jackson William at the top of the key. Looking to drive, free throw, dumps it off. Not able to go, gets the rebound, and they are fighting for the ball, still loose. Brooks with that one. And it goes
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
have a little bit of happy feet as he was making that drive. He was trying to shake the defender, and he shook himself. Hawks coming out with full court press on this.
How do you shake yourself? Do you like?
Over to Love. Back out to Love. Love off his fingertips and out of bounds. I think he and Hatch might
Jack's
have
that carryout comes in clutch.
had a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Love was going for the backdoor cut, and Hatch was looking to penetrate and then kick it back out. Either way, we're heading back the other way with the Hawks. Looking to get it to Wren, top of the key. And he's going to pop that from 19 feet. And fighting for the rebound and coming away with it is Love. He's going down, driving all the way. Not able to make it an acrobatic second attempt. And King Jr. took another hit there. Saw him give somebody the heads up that he's okay on his way back down. He is playing a physical game. The differential stands at 10, 5, 54, 53 to go in this period. King Jr. with a nice move, and that one was rejected by Love, out of bounds. We're going to stay here with Harmon, and it looks like King, this is an official timeout, looks like King is going to go ahead and get some attention on the sideline. They're going to bring in Brooks, spell him for a little bit. As the Hawks have the ball, under the basket, gets it over to Wren. Wren thought about popping a drive baseline, not able to get it to go. That looks like that might have been off of Bayless. And we are staying here. Bayless hustling after that one, just not able to quite bring that one in. And he's going to need somebody, goes with the outlet up top. And oh, they got a little bit of a trap there. He's able to get it away. That one might have been, okay, they're calling that one a block. I guess he was still
Jackstack carryout.
sliding over. Was Mr. Smith picking up that foul. 5:32 to go. That is his 4th foul with 5:32 to go. If I were the coach, I'd maybe have him sit down for a couple minutes. That one strong off the iron. Canada able to track that one down.
Carryout comes in clutch.
And that was a very nice drive from Bayless right there. He is able to draw the contact, get himself to the line with his team up by 8, 5:24 to go.
David Trimble, what?
Coming up next of this Soto Hardwood Classic, we got Oak Park taking on Olathe Northwest. The Northmen of Oak Park and the Ravens of Olathe Northwest.
Darren Keela, who wins between a Viking and a Raven?
A Viking.
A Viking. Interesting. Whoa.
He was able to save that one in. He gets the 1-2 in the continuation.
Jackstack carryout.
And that was a nice look right there. Nice look to King Jr., who's back into this one. Good to see that he's doing all right. That was Seals with that assist on that one. And poking this one away, Sharambo playing menacing defense. But Love is going to take that one, makes it look so easy up and off the glass.
Jackstack carryout.
The lead stands at 9, 4:40 to go. Williams looking for the basket, and he's able to connect. Both coaches very vocal. Oh, that was a little bit of a lazy pass there from Love. Wren has it. He's going to scoop it up and in for 2 more points, 43-38. 5-point differential right now. And that's a timeout for the Gators. 4:08 left to go. Final period here. And we'll be right back with you here on 810varsity.com. We're going to keep it right here.
Jackstack
So just take a moment and take it in.
And we're all just sitting here waiting for the drum solo.
That's exactly right. And the YouTube gods to say, hey, you cannot have that music on YouTube. Come on, are we going to get there? Come on, let it play.
Jackstack carryout comes in clutch.
I think we might get to Do You Remember?
I remember last time I heard that was a couple of nights ago. And they got to the drum solo.
And we're back in play here. Bayless, top key, directing his teammates over to Love. Grigsby with the backdoor cut. Bayless gets that one to go up and in. Excellent body control to keep himself righted towards the basket and gets that one to go in. And multiple bodies hitting the floor. And it looks like that one is going to go against King Jr. Just his second foul, so he doesn't have anything to worry about. That is 7 team fouls, though, for the Hawks. So the Gators going to be shooting a 1-and-1 for the final 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this one. Bayless again loses a shoe, hits the deck, pops right back up. He's going to be fine, but he is going to be going to the line. And I think, I missed the official's call. I think that he's going to be shooting 2 in the act of shooting. And love to see those Gators over there assisting with wiping up the perspiration on the floor. As Bayless is going to, in a double knot his shoes this time. He was cutting so fast on that last one that he came out of his own shoes.
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
And Coach Richardson telling his players, you got to get a body on somebody and get the rebound. As Bayless knocks down the first one. 3:27 to go, final period. As it stands right now, the lead is at 8. Make it 9. Bayless is good. 2 for 2 from the line on that trip.
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
And the Hawks coming back down. Looking to get something going. That was an excellent cut right there. And that was Williams to Kotu. Making it look so good. Movement without the ball, so important. Love to see that going. And look at this here. Just couldn't get it to go. Wren bringing that one up.
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
And I believe that was a timeout called by Coach Richardson. That's going to be a full timeout. So we are going to go ahead and step away for just a moment. You are watching the Soto Hardwood Classic right here on a10varsity.com.
Jack's that carryout comes in clutch.
7 points is your differential. 2:54 remaining. Fourth quarter. Hawks inbound it quickly. Looking to chip away. They were down fairly big. They came back. Now they're down 7. Coming up on 2:40 to go. Wren looking to drive baseline. He thinks better of it and kicks it back out top to King Jr. And there's a miscommunication, and all the way coast to coast. That is Williams. Making it look so pretty on that one.
Dave, at some point, they're going to have to get it into Wren and let him do something exactly like that to have a chance to claw back into this one, to fly back into this one. The Gators would chomp. The Hawks would fly.
And maybe
use their talons.
A
lot of talent on the floor right now. 7 points. Under 2 to go. 49-42.
And the official saying, I need somebody to throw this ball in. And Love will oblige. Looking for a cutter. Not able to handle it all the way is Bayless. Needs a little bit of help, and he gets it down to the big man. Grigsby loses the handle on it. Then Wren coming back the other way. He's going to pull up for a 3 and drain it. 1:40 to go in the game. We're back to a 4-point game.
Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers.
And King Jr. standing in there, taking that shoulder. And we're going back the other way. I think Wren and Junior have both breathed a little bit of extra life into their fellow Hawks for this last 132. Their team down by 4 with the ball. They're spreading out the offense a little bit, looking to get some isolation. Look at that pass right there. That was a fantastic pass right there by Sharambo.
Folks, we got ourselves a heck of a ball game here for the final 1:15.
And they are saying that one was on the floor before the shot. He's going to go to the line anyway because they are in the 1-and-1 situation.
David, from the line in the first half, the Gators shot 60%. In the second half, they have shot exactly 60%.
Plus
not anymore.
1 basket. And, okay, I think there was some confusion of whether they counted the basket or if it was before, and it was before. So that was the first of a 1-and-1, and he's going to shoot the second now. 1:14 to go, 3 points your margin. And that one rims off. Williams with the rebound. A little bit of a dangerous pass. If Love would have turned around, he might have been able to get that one over to King Jr. for the 3. He is long on that one, but Wren is right there. He'll take the 3. He's short. Another offensive rebound, and he is fouled on the shot. Sharambo showing the hustle, getting in there, getting that offensive rebound, earning his way to the stripe to try and pick up some points with the clock stopped at 57.9 seconds. Couldn't tell where the decimal point was there. I almost said 5 minutes left.
That happens to me when I try to balance my checkbook, Dave.
And that one is up and is a little too strong off the back iron. Wren gives him some encouragement and says, you got this. And if you do happen to miss, he's going to be trying to get that rebound. And that one is up, and that one is off the mark. I think they're saying that one did not draw iron. Gators are going to take the basket, take the ball under the basket. Hawks put it on the full court press. And they're getting an away from the ball foul.
This half, Dave, relatively unscathed, even though they collectively have 16 fouls between them. In the first half, if my math is correct, 22 fouls in the first half.
Well, there's still 57 seconds left in this half.
Fair point, my friend.
We could get there, I believe. I believe that we will win. Wrong sport. And that one is up, and that one bounces around the rim before falling through. Smith able to get that one to go, giving his team 51 points. And he misses the second one. Williams not able to handle it. And I think Canada might have gotten in there and poked that one away, but we're coming back the other way with Wren. Wren looking for some help. He gets it over to Williams. Williams pops the 3. Strong off the backboard.
Hawks have to get something underneath. The Gators giving it to him underneath and along the baseline.
And I think I'd go back. It was working so well when they were just getting Wren inside of 10 feet, getting him the ball somehow, letting him make a basketball move and get a high percentage shot. Instead, that defense of the Gators is forcing them to take the officials' time right here real quick. Forcing the Hawks to take low percentage shots, the 3s.
And forced 3s they were.
38.8 seconds left. And that shot is up, and it is good for Mr. Love, who will shoot one more shot. And that one's strong off the back iron. Wren gets the rebound. Love is right there with the defense. Hawks going to call timeout. 35.8 seconds left in this final period. 52-47 is your score. If it comes into play, the possession arrow is in favor of the Gators. I think that might be in the back of Coach Richardson's mind over there for the Harmon Hawks. Coming up after this one, we've got the Northmen of Oak Park and the Ravens of Olathe Northwest. Coming up here, game number 3 of 4 for today. Second round action of the Soto Hardwood Classic. After day 1, we split into 2 sides of the bracket, and we're going to work our way down from there. We are on the left side right now. The winner of this game looking to play on Friday against Blue Valley Southwest. And that game is going to be Friday at 8 p.m. right here at DeSoto High School in DeSoto, Kansas. This time of the year, it is beautiful. Some might say magical.
Magical DeSoto, all right. 5 points, 35.8 left.
And the Hawks bringing it up. They are looking to get something set up. Kicks it out.
Good
The
look.
shot is up, and it's just a little bit off. Fighting for that rebound. The Gators come away with it. Love it. Has
They've got
it.
a foul.
Too much
My
time coming off the
goodness.
clock. We're at 15 seconds almost.
Oh, way too much time.
And I think that they finally were able to get that. King Jr. picks up his 4th foul. And that will send Love to the line.
They wasted way too much time there, Dave.
Yeah, you got to think that you would have, if you didn't get the steal within the first 2 seconds or 3, then you immediately got to go in there and foul. But we had 8, 9, 10 seconds come off the clock there. As Love rattles that one home to give his team a 6-point lead with 13.4 seconds left. That is a safe margin. I would feel safe with that margin, but things can change. Misses the second shot coming down. They're looking to get it, and that one is just mishandled, unfortunately. Sharambo, that one a little too low for him, and that one trickles out of bounds in favor of the Gators. They get that one in 7, 6, 5. I think they're just going to let this one count down. They don't even have to get it across the timeline. As time does expire, your winners, the KIPP Legacy Gators, able to knock off the Harmon Hawks. They're able to thwart their attacks, and they're able to pick up the victory, and they're going to move on to play Blue Valley Southwest on Friday. We are going to step away for just a couple minutes, get everything reset. You're going to be able to join us again momentarily. We will get the stream up for Oak Park, Olathe Northwest, and we will be coming to you from DeSoto, Kansas on a10varsity.com.